See, the bottom line, if a seller is unwilling to listen and or follow tangible logic, you're obviously dealing with someone who can be defined as unreasonable. Life is too short, guys, and costs are too high to be in relationships with unreasonable sellers. See, if you find yourself dealing with sellers who reject logic, it's best to just say, next, move on. And I get it for those agents that are just getting into the listing side of the business, and for our senior agents, I know it's hard to let go of people, especially you've committed so much time and energy. I've been there. When you've committed so much time and energy, it's hard to walk away, right? You might have worked on the listing for 6 months, a year, and beyond. It's hard to walk away. But if someone's being unreasonable, then why should you work with them? Because it's only going to cause you more pain as you continue on. And remember, you should look up opportunity cost in the dictionary. By the way, it's pretty old school. You should Google opportunity cost. Remember, you live in a world of abundance, folks. Besides, history has proven that unreasonable sellers seldom get more reasonable with time. They usually get more unreasonable. Yes or yes? For those that are working with a lot of sellers, give me a little yes. You know that if they're reasonable from the beginning, it's going to get worse. So your analysis of your current approach, most listing agents and thus most sellers believe pricing a home is simply accomplished by multiplying average price per square foot by the square footage of the subject home. See, the reason why this practice is widely accepted and massively implemented is because it's easy. It's easy. It's convenient. It can be calculated with very little information and effort. So since price is the key component to selling a house, it deserves to be intensely studied. That is, you must consider all things that can and should be considered. And see, what's interesting about that, guys, is that when you're talking to a seller about price, if you're just winging it or just trying to build them up about the confidence in you, or the worst part is when there's fear, when there's somebody within your network of people, you think they just trust you. The reality is you should be giving everybody the same experience with just as the one that you don't know, you should be letting them experience you as well, the same way that the people you do know. If you're going to be charging the same commission as you would, someone who is out of your network, you should give the same experience to all people, because why? They know, like, and trust you, your sphere. The question is they don't want to insult you because they know, like, and trust you. So the challenge is that at the beginning that works, but then in a month from now, when you haven't sold the place, they're going to start to call you to the carpet. They're going to ask you questions about why you didn't sell the property. So it should be always, when you're deciding on pricing, it should be intensely studied and be intensely explained, and to consider all things. So analysis. So here's just a simple checklist of things that you should be using when pricing. And folks, if you are not using this regularly, if it's not a checkbox in your head, then you're not coming prepared to the listing, and you're not coming prepared to the market update that you should be doing on a regular basis. I'm recommending by very minimum once a month for the listing. Now, I know a lot of agents are not used to that now because they haven't experienced a normalized market where listings stay on the market for 2, 3, 6, 8, 12, 24, 36 months. Property stay in the market for more than 2 months? Oh my gosh, what's that like? So first off, do you currently consider features, amenities, and conditions of the subject home? Are you features, amenities, and conditions of sold homes? Features, amenities, and conditions of expired homes? The seller's financial needs? The market trends and conditions for the area? Like, what are the market trends for that and conditions for that area? Are you going to use just a CNBC or Wall Street Journal or some Case-Shiller index report? Like, what are you using? Or using localized data, as we've been talking in our Tuesday meetings with the state of the market? Or are you pulling data for yourself out of the MLSs that you use? Features, amenity, conditions of active homes, and then seller's timing. For some of our senior agents, this sounds pretty redundant, but the reality is, the question is, I'm going to look at you, senior agent, senior top agent, trailblazer. Are you using this regularly, or do you slip up? So you slip up and you miss, oh shoot, I forgot to check the expireds on this, or I didn't check every single expired and I didn't match the expired with senior agent. Are you checking all these things? Or you're just winging it? Oh, I know that building. I know that apartment. I know that house. Ask yourself that. Analysis of your current approach. Don't overwhelm the client with a 40-page CMA. Come on, stop it, people. That's not where you're getting paid your commission, folks. That includes bar graphs, multiple pictures of homes sold, as this is not only herd behavior, it's also mind-numbing. Guys, people are on Zillow and all these different websites checking out pricing, and now you're going to hit them with a 40-page CMA? Believe me, that's not what they're hearing. They want evidence, but don't hit them with that 40-page CMA. Instead, distinguish yourself by presenting a unique, understandable, and complete set of pricing tools that revolve around crucial pricing considerations and allow for complete self-discovery by the seller. Right? You know that seller. Mike, my kitchen is brand new, brand new, and then you know that kitchen was brand new from like 1995. But you got to help them self-discover that. And you got to have those hard conversations. Yes, it was brand new in 95, and yes, you kept it really nice, and yes, it's nice and clean, and yes, they imported the tiles from over, from Europe or wherever they got some high-end, tiles. But yes, that was in 1995, and we are not in 1995 anymore. So here we are, the pricing fundamentals, the art and science of pricing. So the art, leading the seller to the most appropriate price entering point. The science is the assembling and interpreting and supplying relevant facts and data. That's the science. So let's go through the important definitions. Leadership, right? Teaching others how to think so they can do what they need to do to get what they claim to want. That's you guys are leaders, folks. That's why they called you in. But if you're not leading and they're leading you, then I didn't know why they're paying you commission. I know why they're offering you that very low commission. Opinion, unfounded speculation by either the agent or the seller, right? In my opinion, their house should be sold for this. Who decides pricing? Value. A home's worth is justified by historical data. Entry point, price that will net the most amount of money in the current market conditions. List price, perception after review and analysis of pricing data. See, the only way to challenge a seller's perception is to involve them in the pricing process. You have to involve them. It's like school, right? You sit down with them with the agenda. It's like school. Involve the seller in pricing. See, the golden rule, list price must be, less than or equal to value. If the list price exceeds value, the seller's needs or wants are being used to justify the price. This will not work because buyers do not care. They don't care what a seller needs or wants. Let's go back again. This will not work. Buyers don't care what a seller needs or wants, right? I want $10 million. I need to get this price because I need to purchase this property in Florida, in New Jersey. The buyers just don't care. You have to get the seller to understand that the buyers don't care about that. You see, as a real estate consultant, it is your fiduciary responsibility, by the way, to help sellers assemble the plans and strategies that, when implemented and held accountable, will result in the satisfaction of their needs. You see, no, the seller's needs will not be satisfied unless the home sells, yes or yes. Right? The home needs to sell.